We all experience moments of solitude, but there comes a time when the cocoon of isolation begins to loosen and a new phase beckons. Whether you're in the midst of this transition or just curious about what lies ahead, join us as we delve into the telltale signs that signal the end of your isolation era. Do you ever sense that the winds of change are blowing? Sign number 1 is that unmistakable feeling that a new chapter is about to begin. It's not merely a fleeting thought, but a persistent knowing that grows stronger with time. As months pass, this sensation becomes undeniable. You may feel as though you're emerging as a different person, with shifts in your thinking, interactions, and newfound self-assurance. Although your environment may remain unchanged, it seems as if everything has shifted dramatically. This profound internal transformation often brings with it a heightened sense of purpose and direction. You may find yourself contemplating the future with a clarity that was absent during your period of isolation. The once vague dreams and aspirations start to take shape, and the prospect of pursuing your life's true calling becomes more tangible. It's as if you're being nudged by the universe itself, urging you to step into the light and embark on a new journey, one that aligns more closely with your authentic self. You are preparing to leave your isolation phase behind and embrace the possibilities of the new chapter in your life by blossoming in your inner world. Our second sign delves into the changing perception of your home, a place that once offered solace and comfort, but now seems to be closing in on you. In the heart of your isolation phase, you may have reveled in solitude, content to stay indoors for extended periods. The four walls around you felt like a protective cocoon, shielding you from the chaos of the outside world. But as your isolation phase approaches its conclusion, a subtle shift occurs. What was once a haven of tranquility begins to feel constricting, like a space that can no longer contain your expanding sense of self. You might notice restlessness creeping in, an inexplicable yearning for something more, something different. It's not dissatisfaction with your surroundings, but a profound internal shift that's seeking expression. This feeling doesn't necessarily mean you need to change your physical dwelling. It's more about an inner calling for growth and expansion. Your home, once a sanctuary, may now serve as a reminder that the world beyond those walls beckons. Sign number 3 invites us to explore the phenomenon of how your isolation space, whether it's a physical location or a mental sanctuary, can begin to deteriorate as your isolation phase nears its end. This deterioration often takes us by surprise, as it might manifest as unexpected external changes or inner shifts. In the case of a physical space, it can be unsettling when the environment that once provided comfort and solace begins to undergo unwelcome transformations. It's as if the very foundation of your isolation retreat starts to crumble, creating an unsettling sense of impermanence. Moreover, the deterioration might also manifest as disruptions in your mental or emotional space. Feelings of restlessness, discontent, or stagnation can set in. What was once a place of inner reflection and contemplation now feels like a prison, stifling your growth and potential. This sign underscores the interconnectedness of our internal and external worlds, highlighting how changes within ourselves can mirror the shifts in our physical surroundings and vice versa. While it may initially be disconcerting, it's important to recognize that this deterioration is often a catalyst for growth, pushing you to confront the need for change and prepare for the next phase of your journey. Our fourth sign shines a light on the evolving dynamics of your social interactions. During the depths of your isolation phase, the prospect of mingling with crowds or engaging in social situations might have felt overwhelming and exhausting. You may have deliberately chosen quieter, less populated environments to avoid the sensory overload that often accompanied social encounters. Even the thought of small talk and navigating social norms could have been daunting. However, as your isolation phase draws to a close, you may begin to notice a significant shift in your relationship with crowds and social settings. Intriguingly, what used to be draining becomes energizing. The presence of others, once a source of stress, now feels like a source of vitality. You might even find yourself seeking out social interactions and enjoying the company of others more than ever before. It's as if a protective shell, once necessary for self-preservation, has softened, allowing you to fully participate in the vibrant tapestry of human connection. This sign signifies not only your increased comfort in social situations, but also a newfound sense of inner resilience and self-assuredness that allows you to navigate the complexities of human interaction with ease and grace. Sign number 5 heralds a profound transformation in your ability to establish and uphold personal boundaries, particularly if you are spiritually sensitive. Throughout your isolation phase, you might have grappled with a tendency to prioritize others' needs over your own. The empathic nature within you often made it feel like other people's concerns took precedence, and you were left to cater to their emotional needs. Over time, this could have led to a sense of depletion, where your own well-being took a backseat to the demands of those around you. However, as your isolation phase begins to wind down, something remarkable unfolds, a newfound capacity to articulate your needs and set boundaries. You recognize that caring for yourself is not a selfish act, but a fundamental aspect of self-preservation. This transformation is marked by an understanding that others are responsible for their emotional well-being, and you no longer bear the burden of soothing their emotional turbulence. The shift towards setting healthy boundaries brings equilibrium to your relationships and prevents your own emotional reserves from being drained. Sign number 6 brings a fascinating transformation, an unexpected resurgence of interest in personal appearance. During your isolation phase, the wild and untamed look may have become the norm. Grooming, hairstyling, and fashion choices might have taken a back seat as comfort and functionality prevailed. You might have embraced the freedom of relaxed attire, often foregoing makeup and formalities. This phase was characterized by a sense of self-assuredness that transcended societal expectations of physical appearance. You begin to feel a subtle pull toward personal grooming once again. The idea of putting on makeup, experimenting with hairstyles, and curating your wardrobe starts to hold newfound appeal. It's not about conforming to external standards, but about rediscovering the joy of self-expression through your appearance. This sign signifies a harmonious merging of inner and outer self-confidence, where you feel at ease presenting yourself to the world in a way that feels authentic and enjoyable. In addition to inner transformation, your journey is also about celebrating and expressing your evolving self in ways that resonate with your newly acquired self-confidence. The 7th sign denotes a pivotal juncture, a readiness to emerge with one's life's calling. This represents the culmination of the journey through isolation and inner work. For some, this sign may manifest as a subtle inner knowing, while for others, it could be a resounding call. Much like a lucid dream guiding one towards their true purpose, individuals may sense an inner urging to share their unique gifts and talents with the world. This readiness often follows a period of dedicated learning and skill refinement, typically undertaken in solitude. The knowledge and wisdom accumulated during the isolation phase now yearn for expression. In time, it becomes apparent that the lessons learned and experiences gained are not just for oneself, but for the greater good as well. It's akin to standing at the threshold of a new beginning, where one's life's calling aligns with their innermost self. As this sign signals the end of the isolation phase, it also signifies the dawn of a new era, one characterized by contribution, growth, and sharing. In conclusion, we've explored the 7 signs that indicate your isolation phase is nearing its end. While each sign may manifest differently for each individual, they collectively signal a transformative journey. As you navigate these signs, remember that the ebb and flow of isolation and emergence can be a natural part of life's tapestry. Whether you recognize some of these signs or are immersed in your own journey of inner work, embrace the transitions that lie ahead.